Feel First podcast is show presented by people with learning disabilities for our friends and community. We talk about issues that are important to us and interview interesting guests to find out new information. This is our way to make a difference.
Hello and welcome to the show. On this episode, we are interviewing Tracey and our own podcast member Tom from Big Soup. They will be telling us about what Big Soup is and what happened there. Hope you enjoy answering the questions.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you. Quite happy we're here, aren't we?
Yep. I think better warn you, it might be a bit of a crazy podcast because
Yeah. In fact, it should be a crazy
Yeah.
podcast.
Big Soup's a bit of a crazy place.
Yeah, you've got to be a bit bonkers, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Remember, Anna once said, who used to actually she used to run People First. She actually once said, "Oh, you mean Big Soup? They're like a box of frogs."
Yeah.
In a good way, she said. I said, how do you get a box of frogs in a good way?
Yeah.
What is Big Soup and when did it start?
Big Soup is a theatre group and it was started in 2008, which is a long time ago. And it's an exciting place. In fact, Hannah, who used to actually work here, said that the Big Soup were like a big box of frogs, which I took as a compliment, actually, because, yeah, she were right.
Yeah, I started in, well, technically 2017.
Yeah.
But one of the guys at People, well, a few of the guys at People First, they were in the shows. And they just said, oh, come along to one of the shows. And that were in about 2010.
Yeah.
And ever since then, I've probably been to near enough all of the shows.
Yeah.
So...
But the nice thing about Tom coming to all the shows, he'd sit on the front and he used to say, oh, that were this, or he'd give us good critiques so we could make it better, or, you know, we could include things. So it were always good to have Tom out in the audience because he'd give us a really good or bad review if it were bad. Yeah.
And that were hardly ever, though.
No, you're too kind.
How did it get the name?
Well, you see, there's a lot of people that don't know, that they speculate, but actually it got the name Big Soup Theatre Group because it takes all ingredients to make a lovely soup. And we like to say that we have children come to our place, we have adults with learning disabilities, we have nurses, we have doctors, we have loads of people that actually come, do dancing, do singing, and it's that big mixture of healthy ingredients. And that's why we called it the Big Soup.
Yeah, it's a complete mix of everything, really.
That's on it.
Yeah. You probably wouldn't really see anywhere else like it.
Yeah. No, you probably won't. But and also we have a T-shirt that has it in every language. So Big Soup translated in Hungarian, for instance, is Nagy leves. So we have it. There was a T-shirt and it has quite a few on it. There's one on there that's a red herring and it doesn't mean Big Soup at all, but no one's ever noticed it.
What services do you provide?
Well, we've got a media suite. At the moment, they're doing stop-start animation. I actually got a little look at that and it was fantastic. I think you're doing some of that, aren't you, as well, Tom?
Yeah.
So I think it's like 280 different pictures just for a couple of seconds of movement. It's incredible. But then when you see it, it's fantastic. We have a hair salon as well. And we have a hairdresser in there, and the ladies are learning how to do hair, nails, making jewellery, making candles. It's quite it's got a little buzz in there of its own. We've got a theatre, obviously. The main part of it is theatre, dance, acting, singing, music, guitar lessons. We have an art room that's all about props, wardrobe, and it's got a buzz, hasn't it, all of its own.
Yeah,
I think it's got a buzz, really.
Yeah, because I originally, I'd come to one of the shows and just picked up a leaflet to see when the next show were going to be on, and it just said exciting new opportunities. So I just came to have a look in media for a test day and just joined the week after.
Oh my word, the media have come up with some really good films. We got one in the film festival, and it's called Hunted, and then there were the other one.
Oh,
There's loads. If you look
Yeah.
online, you can watch them. They're funny as, aren't they?
The one, I think it were Asylum, but you decided to ban
yeah,
that.
but we're going to keep that piece of footage because that Asylum is really, really good.
Yeah,
it's a bit
it was.
scary actually, but it's not. The same with Hunted. Asylum
Yeah.
and Hunted is what the guys have wrote themselves, and we let them run with it. And Asylum is scary, but the acting in it, incredible. And the storyline written by these guys, incredible. So we're looking at that again.
Some of the stuff that we use, you wouldn't. Well, when we told you what we use, you'd be like.
It's like when they're giving this lady electric shock treatment. She's in a mental asylum. This is what they wrote, and we don't try and crush their creativity. So when they give her a bit of a shock treatment to calm her down, because this is what happened in old days, they actually used 2 cords from they're just like a 5 cannon plug either side of her head, but it looks realistic.
Yeah, it does.
Doesn't it?
I think it's still on YouTube, actually.
It is. I think Jessie were on about putting that intro on the Facebook, because we've got a Facebook page, so you can have a little nosy at what we do. We do videos, and we did a music video, Whoa, It's Christmas Time, inspired by Paul Ray.
Yeah.
And it's really good. It's really good. We write songs, write plays. We've got a show on a Friday that's touring round, and it's about pollution. So if you want us to ever come here and show you it, we'll show you it. It's fantastic, great props, and it's an amazing storyline written by the service users within our workshops. So it's their story and how they, it's great. It's fantastic. Yeah. Got a drumming group called the Big Bangers as well, which is all percussion. That's pretty cool. But it gets we've just done a fundraiser, didn't we?
Yeah, about a month ago, something like that.
For a young lad called Oscar who's disabled, and his mum and dad, the prospects looked a bit slim for him. And so we did a fundraiser as well. So there's all sorts happening. To sit here and try and tell you what we do, I'd just be like, you'd be here about 18 days,
then
know.
One of the guys last week suggested Halloween Day.
Oh, yeah. I've been kiboshed into a Halloween party on 31st. So I said, oh, well, and he never asked me for anything. And he said, can we have an Halloween party? I went, yeah, all right. So we're having an Halloween party. You're all welcome. And I checked with your party lady, is it Sarah? And she said that you're Halloween partying on the same day. So that's good, isn't it? We don't want to be clashing. Yeah, so, yeah. Looking forward to Halloween because we're going to do a scary corridor.
Oh, yeah. Might have to do a bit like that Zombies Go Bad thing.
Yeah, that would be quite good. That's a good piece of film as well, isn't it? When zombies go bad.
The one that plays ages back.
And we actually pretended there were a ghost upstairs mid-performance, and the performance stopped, and people were so confused because we're actually written as part of the performance, so we're doing this zombie play.
Well, wasn't it something about someone had escaped from Keighley Police Station?
Yeah. And we said they were in the attic, but it were on Halloween, so the show stopped, and the policeman came to the door and he said, one of us dressed up as a policeman, he said, can I have you all out? They said, blah, blah, blah. And the sheer shock, because it was like audience participation, and the sheer shock of all the audience, they were all like, they were all scared. And then the other guy came in dressed with a knife. And I was just like that, I don't even know how we got away with it, do you? I don't
No,
honestly. And then they all ran out.
Well,
you know, like piling
yeah.
out.
And I originally thought, because I'd been to a few at shows, I thought, a load will be out, there'll only be like 10 people in, and Tracey will be like, oh, it's fine, come back in, he's been captured. So I was just sat there, and there were only like 10 of us left, and I thought, oh, must be part of it. So I got my coat on, and we were going out, and
there were just like loads of horror as you went out. They were like somebody being chopped up in kitchen, and it were like quite macabre, wasn't it?
Yeah,
really, and then when they got down, there were a load of zombies as they had to get out, and people were absolutely scared. But it was Halloween, and we were trying to make it as scary as possible. Yeah.
How many members do you have? How do you join? And is there a charge?
There is a charge. Please don't ask me what it is, because I haven't a clue. Because I don't know. I don't deal with that side. But there is a charge. And people are referred by social workers, or you can refer yourself privately.
I was going to say, because
Yeah.
Because I just came for a visit and then started, I think it were 2 weeks later.
Don't quote me on it, but I think it's about 63. You know, a sort of a full day. We've got about 175 people at present throughout the week that join us, and it's a community in itself, really, because people come in for cups of tea. It's not just, you know, we were an open door service. We aren't just behind doors. There's, like, for instance, we make it very child friendly, so if any of our workers have got children, they can bring their children into work, and they, you know, it's a really cool, it's a community, you know. Yeah.
What's it like working with Tom?
You know what? Tom is an absolute superstar. Amazing. His talent, it just exudes out of every pore. He's a talented, incredible, funny, script writing, amazing dude.
You're blushing, Tom.
He is though, you know. And he's really good at the bedroom scene. Really good at the bedroom scene.
Yeah, Dad,
You need to come and see the next show. You'll see Tom getting into bed.
What is your favourite part of being at Big Soup?
Every time, every day, a small miracle, a large miracle. They inspire me. They're amazing. It's the supers. Every day, there's something that I are. If there isn't something every day that somebody wows me with, I'd just be lying, because there is. It's every single day. I'm wowed and inspired by the people who come to Soup, because they're just... you've got to see it for yourself, you know, somebody who doesn't talk, who's singing on stage, somebody who doesn't normally, you know, dance, is dancing on stage, can pick up a dance routine, somebody who never it's giving people the opportunity. And then they take that opportunity, run with it, and they're amazing. Like adding lines into shows.
Yeah, exactly.
And we all fall about laughing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're in the thing that done... from the hair salon right the way through, it's just amazing. It's an amazing place of creativity, and I just love it. Just love it. And we laugh, don't we, a lot?
Yeah, exactly. Even in rehearsals.
Yeah, proper big belly laughs.
Yeah. Some of the scenes we get on, we're just sort of like halfway through and we just look at each other and we just can't finish it for laughing.
Yeah. So, like, for instance, there's a bedroom scene with the Lord Mayor, and he's playing the Lord Mayor. And there's a bedroom scene, and the Lord Mayor's having... This is the Piper of Hamlet. How we've got a scene like that in there, but we have. So he's playing the Mayor, and the Mayor's having an affair with a lady, who is actually a lady, Lady Westerman.
Yeah.
And behind his wife's back, his wife's played by a man called Paul, and he's very convincing as a woman. In fact, he's more woman than me. And he is just... Tom is hilarious in it, and he has to actually be quite sensual. So he goes, and there's this music playing, and he goes like this. And he licks his finger and then goes across his eyebrow like that and goes, hello. And it's somewhere you don't see Tom. It's not a place. But he goes, hello. And then he wheels over to her and he goes, how are you? And he puts her arm around it. And she goes, I've got an headache.
Yeah.
And then this is to sort of portray that the rats are everywhere, So then he goes, oh, well, be like that. And he puts his blanket over like that. And something sticks up underneath the sheets because it's like, like there's a thing. And this is...
I think last week I've lived and she said something like, so what's that? And I just said something like, I thought it were you getting comfy.
Yeah, and everybody just burst laughing. We couldn't even carry on with play, but it's actually a rat underneath the quilt.
Yeah.
And he's got like a little thingy like that, and they go, oh, I thought it were you, and he's meant to say, I thought that were you, and they pull the sheet like that.
Yeah.
And she goes, yo, yeah, because they've got this little thing where they go, rats, rats. They made this up as well.
Yeah.
Goes, rats, rats, scampering paws, and it's to jazz, so it goes doom, 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 doom. They go rats, rats, scampering paws, happy friskers, twitching whiskers. We eat what we like what we eat. We've even chewed on the mayor's feet. Oh yeah. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
But Amy goes like that. I just thought it was you getting comfy. And the rats couldn't even sing it.
No.
Everybody were laughing in the theatre. So you have that constant, don't you?
Yeah.
It is funny, isn't it? It is funny. And the guys, the trait as their age implies, we don't go, how are you, and whatever. They've got their own sense of humour. They're adults. So sometimes the topic, they want to put like a bedroom scene in. You go, oh no, you can't do that. This kid is parked outside. And we go like that, actually. These are adults. And if that's what they want to write in the play, that's what they want to write in the play. Just like Hunted. I think somebody got the neck slash shot and all sorts.
Something like that, yeah.
In flipping St Ives Park, of all places. They all got killed, didn't they?
Yeah.
It was fun actually doing that as well, wasn't it? Because there were like people walking the dogs like that.
Well, was that scene in Spike Salon where you guys were having that fight and someone walked past?
Oh, you thought we were actually having a fight. So we did, over the lockdown, we did Spike Salon because we had to, a lot of guys had they had nothing to kind of focus on, so we did Spike Salon. And what they did is they wrote the play via, so it were a soup, but they did it via, that they'd go, we need somebody really mean in it now. And I'd say, well, what's the name? And then we'd ask questions, and then so they actually wrote the script, but they didn't have to be there, so it were pretty good, that one.
Yeah.
But we had a fight in, where's that? There's a lake up at the top of Keighley where people walk.
The Tarn, and I think it was called Kiss and Tell Point or something.
Yeah, and anyway, we had a fight up there, and just like there were people like ringing police. We go, I'm gonna kill you, like that.
Yeah,
it's really good. It was really good
fun,
actually.
What shows have you produced, and which have been your favourite and least favourite?
Okay, you can imagine from 2008 to now, we do 4 shows a year, live shows. We do one film, a film a year, and we do videos and everything. So my least favourite thing is Jingle Bell, Jingle on My Reindeers. Not because it's awful or anything like that, but it's an earworm,
Yeah, Jess came up with that.
So the Red Group did this, Jingle Bells, Jingle on My Reindeer, we'll be giving you Christmas cheer. And it's one of them songs that just gets in your flipping head. And that's why at least, so we're on holiday, and I thought, that song can't get to me, surely. And it was just one of them, I was sick of hearing it. I was sick of sort of like every time you go into the theatre, they're all going, jingle bells, jingle on me reindeer. So I thought, you know what? I'm on holiday for a week over Christmas. This is going to be good. And I'm walking around this market in Spain. I heard somebody singing, jingle bells, jingle on me reindeer. How am I in Spain listening to somebody sing flipping jingle bells, jingle on me reindeer? It's a great song, but it's an earworm. So that's my least favourite. But there's been so many great shows.
Yeah, 'cause we've done.
They have, haven't they?
Yeah, 'cause we've done like normal shows such like Grease, Aladdin, Oliver. I think that took about 3 years, and we filmed some of it at East Hall.
We did, yeah. So we do on location shots as well, so that's really good.
And then we've done some of our own creations like Zombies Go Bad.
I like the IKEA one.
Oh yeah, that were good.
But I think my favourite, Vampire Empire.
Yeah.
And Grease. Because actually, you were in Vampire Empire.
Yeah.
His voice, have you heard his voice? It's Eastern European, so he's allowed to do it because I'm an Eastern European, so and he's got it down because he sounds like my dad. So, but you've got to give him a blasting voice. What are you going to say?
Yes. Why not? What? This is unbelievable.
He sounds. My dad sounds like that. I sounded like that. So he'd go. The other thing is as well because he actually in the show he plays a riff in a guitar that can transport him anywhere in the world, not in the world, in the world, and he goes. Why not? Just watch this, my darling. I shall play this tune and we shall go anywhere. And I couldn't believe he got this accent. I was like, what? And it was just lovely. So there were Vladimir, Finbar and...
Fury.
So, yeah.
But the story came about that because I think it was Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yeah.
And I think Jess had been on holiday or something, so we were helping out, and there was one scene, and I think it was scrapped in the end up.
Yeah.
And one of I think it was something like, he says fee, fi, fo, fum, because he don't remember his name.
Yeah.
And they were trying to think of a name for the fi bit.
Yeah.
And I just said, what about Finbar? Because of Finbar Fury. Because the Furies are an Irish group.
Yeah.
And everyone else were like, who?
Yeah, nobody did.
No.
But we do now. That's
Yeah.
over. But I mean, the other favourite one has got to be Grease, and Sarah Clapham played Rizzo. And she was such a cowbag. She was great.
Yeah, she was.
She was totally great, wasn't she?
Yeah.
She just played the part perfectly, you know. She was the best Rizzo ever. And she was good, wasn't she?
Yeah.
They had to do, look at me, I'm Sandra D. But they all used to go, my name's... people called me Tracey V because my name was Veniga, so that they called me Tracey V because I couldn't say it. So they all used to go, look at me, I'm Tracey V. I'd go, stop it! You know? That was funny though, you know. Funny. So, Grease and Vampire Empire.
Have there been any funny stories from shows like that about them?
There's been loads, Graham.
Yeah.
Absolutely loads. I don't know if I can mention many of them, you know, because like I say, these are adults. These guys are adults. But there were one lady who found saying Willy Wonka very difficult. And she always used to say, are we doing Ballywonka today? And I'd say, it's Willy Wonka. And she'd go, yeah, that's what I said, Ballywonka. And I'd say, no, it's Willy Wonka. So every time we did Willy Wonka, I had to actually say, it's Willy Wonka, love. Yeah, got that. She'd go, yeah, I've got it. I said, are you sure? She'd go, yeah, Willy Wonka. I go, brilliant. So she finally gets it right. And then on the night I went out and I said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our show, Ballywonka. Couldn't believe it. I nearly died. After all of the mums telling her it's Willy Wonka, I'm not sure you'd be able to pull that out, but I actually got it wrong, and I said Ballywag. I couldn't believe it, and the audience just went, like, oh my word, is there a little all I can just go, you know? Oh, so that were embarrassing. That were really embarrassing. And then we had mics on stage, and people forget they've got the mics on. So one girl had a mic on backstage, and I said, and they lived happily ever after. She said on mic, no, they effing don't. And I went, well, some might not, you know, because I don't think she realised they were on mic, you know, and that was quite embarrassing. Well, and then we've had prop mishaps, and, you know.
The one time when, weren't you in town chained to the fence or something?
Yeah, we were doing an on-location shoot. And we were doing votes for women, you know, from Mary Poppins. And we went round the green. We okayed it with council, said, yeah, we can go. And when we went down there, because we didn't have enough women, I had to dress all the men up as women because we just didn't have the cast. So I said, you're all women. And some of the women looked great, but some didn't. And so we went down, and so we started marching round the green going with our placards going, votes for women, votes for women. And as we got round, a load of people from Keighley said, is it a gay pride mark? I said, no, it's not. It's actually, you know, we're filming. What for? And so we're saying, you know, votes for women. And they go, well, women have got votes, didn't you know? And it goes, yeah, it's a show, it's Mary Poppins, you know. Votes for women, they didn't get it anyway. So in this thing, one of the men comes and tries to drag a placard off the lady, you know, and saying, never mind, we're down with women and blah, blah, blah. And it's, you know, written in the script and everything, and we were tied to a chain, and me and my friend are tied to the railings, not real, but, you know, because I've got some good railings down in Keighley. And we're going, screaming and everything like that. And next thing we know, this guy pulls a banner off him. So the lady pulled the banner back off. And then two guys tried to kick this have a fight with us, you know, like that. What are you doing? I said, no, it's a show. There's cameras, you know, like that. So that was quite funny. And doing that, we did the haka outside as well, a Yorkshire haka, which is pretty good. We rewrote a haka, which the All Blacks rung us and said, that was fantastic. Yeah.
Well, for me, in Vampire Empire, there was, in the end up, there were, we mentioned it earlier, there were three vampires, Vladimir, Finbar and Fury. And we got to, I think it was 3 weeks before show night.
Yeah. And
we'd got it, so then I think it was Vladimir had got killed.
Yeah.
But then we were like, well, there's Finbar and Fury. So how's Fury going to get killed? So we decided that that Vladimir had come out, called for Fury to get the crossbow. Called for Igor to get the crossbow. And he'd come out, tried to kill the dry bone daddies. Yeah, this is how crazy the shows actually are. And he misfires the crossbow, kills the servant, so kills Vladimir. So then I had to, I think it were it Joe?
Yeah, Joe, yeah.
Were pushing me across the stage. So then I had to be like, no, the other way. Back the other way. No, stop. So then it were back. So like, oh, you can't get to stabbed these days.
Yeah, that was
so,
right.
well.
So she said, quick. He goes, quickly, push me, quickly. So she starts pushing me and goes, no, not that way, the other way. So he goes, no, not that way, that way. So he pushes her, and then he goes, adds his own line, you just can't get the stuff.
Yeah.
He does this a lot, but it's good. It's always good.
So it must have taken about 6 attempts to get it right without me laughing. Yeah. And on the night, we'd got the sound effect of the crossbow and everything, and I were doing the facial expression of turning to Igor and looking shocked.
Yeah.
So I knew what were coming next, and I could feel myself wanting to crack out laughing. And I were like, don't laugh. So I was like, just let this scene be over. So I went backstage and I couldn't look at anyone. So like, everyone's lined up, ready to go on. I'll just set them all laughing.
Yeah. It is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at us smiling. That shows you, doesn't it? That you just...
Yeah.
think about-
If people want to get more information, rather than that it.
Well, you can always ring Big Soup and speak to Stacey, or we've got a Facebook page, or we've got the YouTube channel as well, so you can get a bit of a taste of the stuff that we do.
Can proper have a good nosy around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can email us as well. There's an email address there as well. So if you put Big Soup, it'll tell you. Yeah. Or even failing that, come and have a nosy, have a cup of tea. You're all welcome. It's not a closed shop. It's not, have your hair done, have your nails done, have a cup of tea, you know. It's easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not a difficult place. It's all wheelchair accessible as well. So the whole place is on one level, so you couldn't get anywhere. So it's easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
What are Big Soup's plans for the future?
Well, we are in the process of putting a music room upstairs, and until we get the lift, we're not going to open it because we didn't think it was fair to people who have got wheelchairs. So although we've got the staff that are doing that music, guitars and keyboards and some really lovely music and taping and putting songs down in the recording studio, until we've got the lift, we don't think it's fair because we think that everybody should have access to it. So we've got to put a lift in, so we'll be opening upstairs. We've got quite a big space upstairs. So that's our plans for the future, and obviously the tour of the pollution one that we're doing in schools. We've already got 6 schools in September that want to see it, so if ever you want us to come and perform in your hall, we're more than happy.
That's all we have time for on today's episode. Thanks to Tom and Tracey for joining us for this interview and telling us about Big Soup. Is there anything you would like to add before we sign off and end the show?
No, other than it seemed pretty weird, to be honest, on the receiving end of answering questions instead of asking them. Thanks for the interview. It's been great.
Remember to like, to share and follow the show on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. You can find us searching for People First Broadcast. Thanks for listening.